Hi everyone. I wanted to give this very important update. When I woke up this morning, I had very powerful insight and clarity of mind, and so that led to what you're seeing on the screen here. And it's obviously very tied into the work that I'm currently doing and the recent presentation I made on Grand Cameron's show. With Nicole Sakax and Grant Cameron. I presented an update a few days ago, and this ties into it. So we know that throughout the ages in history, there have been many either it's the ancient sacred sites that are scattered all over the world, or maybe most recent constructions that have a very specific alignment and configuration, which is designed really based on the equinoxes, and like spring equinoxes is one of them. And I did the study of the mathematical calculation based on the spring equinox to see if what I came to mind this morning, made sense. And we know that we see, for instance, on that picture, this kind of complex at Chichen Itza is oriented to, towards the equinox, the spring equinox. So we see the sun, as the sun rises and passes through the hole. This happens again at the spring equinox, and there are very, very special things happening during this period. And we have a lot of theories about it. We know this is a very special alignment and time, but mathematically, how can we explain what's going on? Because it is said that, the folks or the people who participate to these events, or even in the past, that during the spring equinox at that very specific time and also very specific location, people have, or the experiencers, let's put it this way, have mystical experience. It's like there are portals opening up, and there's a portal opening up with the sun, and that leads to folks again having very mystical experience, spiritual experience, and so on. And it's tied to the Earth grid as well, and this is why this all makes sense now. So let me explain a bit what I did to demonstrate that. So if we take the sun distance to Earth at the spring equinox moment, right? So that distance, when we are at that moment, the distance is 149.6 million kilometers. So this figures are 1 million kilometers. And when we convert that into, again, the unit, the nautical miles or minute of arcs, which ties these distance to geometry, sacred geometry. So when we convert this distance of the spring equinox, we get a distance again of, well, again, a distance of 80.78 nautical miles, or millions of nautical miles, I should say, and which match very nicely, 50 golden ratio equivalent. And I presented that a few days ago, and again in the presentation with Graham Cameron. We see here where I showed how all the planets in our solar system, their average distances are nicely fine-tuned to the golden ratios here we see in the middle. And I had mentioned at the time that the Earth was very special. There was something going on with the Earth where, when we do this ratio here, this 144 divided by the number of golden ratio distance equivalent, we're getting again an harmonic of light, right? Because 288 divided by 2, you get 144. And even like the displacement or the movement of the galaxies themselves are fine-tuned to these harmonic, as we can see here. Like the Milky Way is going at 2 times the harmonic 144 in terms of nautical miles per grid second. Andromeda is exactly at that speed. And Pleiades, again, a fraction of it, but again, in perfect ratio harmony. And so this makes sense. So what we're seeing here is that at the spring equinox, the distance between the sun and the Earth is exactly equivalent to 50 golden ratios, which is equivalent to the harmonic 144, as we see here, divided by 2.88 golden ratios. In 2.88, if we look here at the left of the screen, right? This is a direct harmonic of 144. You divide by 2, and you get, when you get essentially 144 harmonic. So these two numbers, this time at the spring equinox, is the time when the sun distance is exactly in perfect harmony with the Earth and with the Earth grid. And we saw also in the previous presentation how the location of these sites also is finely tuned to this harmonic 144. The location is finely tuned. So this is how we have essentially the system at the spring equinox, where we have the Earth grid itself, which is resonating in perfect harmony at that location with harmonic, the fundamental harmonic of light 144. We have the distance to the sun is also perfectly in harmony with that harmonic. And the sun itself is said or known to be a portal. And so what may be happening here, and I'm speculating, obviously, but what may be happening is that essentially, since we have a perfect harmony between the Earth grid and the sun and the portal of the sun, it's like there is the space-time is like, has been eliminated, if you will, and there can be a direct connection through this portal. And opening up, obviously, other dimensions. That's why some people may have mystical or spiritual experiences. And I will speculate also, I'm pretty convinced at that particular time when the sun is at the perfect position and we have this perfect harmony, that there's also from the Earth grid itself, very powerful effects and phenomenon happening at this specific location, again, that are resonating with the Earth grid. Maybe a time where we have, and we hear often that we've heard that there are some gravitational anomalies on the Earth at certain location at specific time, and many of them are related to this specific site. So again, this is all related to this concept of being able to harness free energy from these sites and having this kind of seeing this or experiencing this magical effect at this very specific, time and location. So this is the update I have today. I need to chew on this information a little bit more. But the mathematic is working really nicely. We can see here the match between the spring equinox and the golden ratio proportion calculated is 99.85%. So this has all kind of makes sense. And so thanks everyone. Make it a great day. Bye.